Welcome to Be Free Driving School. My name is Wendy, and I'm going to be doing a UK car mock theory test. So, if you are preparing for your theory test, then stay with me to the end. Let me know what your score is. The pass mark for the theory test is 43 out of 50. And it is actually a two-part theory. It's a two-part test. So one part is the 50 multiple choice questions. The second part is the hazard perception. But this evening, I'm only going to be doing a mock test. So are you ready? Let's get steady and let's go. Good luck. Okay, so let's say we're going to be using Theory Pass app. And as I said, the pass mark is 43 out of 50. In the real test, you'll have 57 minutes to complete it. So let's see how we get on. Okay, there's a video. What hazard do you need to look out for as you drive under the bridge? Okay. All right. There's a, okay. So it is. I might just have. I need to have another look. Let's have another look. Let's have another read. Oh, that bridge. It was that bridge. Okay. I'm just going to rewind it again. Good thing is with this, you can watch the video as many times as you need. So I need to start it from here. I'm just going to pause it here. Look, there's the bridge and its height. There's two warning signs. One is for pedestrians on a no pedestrians. They have no footway. But so pedestrians could be walking in the road. And also the other warning sign is for height. It's telling me how high that bridge is. Right. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back to the questions. And I think, so it says, what hazard do you need to look out for as you drive under the bridge? It's going to be pedestrians walking in the road because there is no pavement. So that's what I'm going to go for. And I've got it right. So that's good. Let's go on to the next one. What's the speed limit on this road? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a speed sign there. I went past it really quickly. I didn't see what it was. I'm assuming it was 30 though. It's not going to be any of the others, but I'm just going to go back and have a little look on the video. And you can see the speed limit sign as I go around the corner. It's just on the right there, and it's a bit blurred. I think that said 30. It can't be any of the other speeds. So we're going with 30. And yes, I've got that right. Normally, a built-up area, the speed limit will be low anyway. It's normally 30, unless it says otherwise. Okay, what's the next question? What does a single yellow line along the side of the road mean? Single yellow line along the side of the road. Okay. We're going to see how many I get correct. It's all to do with parking. Oh, it's not. I'm going to eliminate these. It's not no stopping. Double yellow line is no stopping. I think it's the first one. I think it's waiting restrictions apply at certain times. It's not the bottom one, which says marks the edge of the road, because that's a single white line. I think no stopping at any time. I think that's the double red line. There's so many lines. I think I'm going to go with waiting restrictions because there's normally information on the side that tells you what times you can wait there. So I'm going to go with that. I got it right. Fantastic. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. You can always go back and watch the video, and if you get any of these wrong, you can look at the explanation. So, what's likely to happen if you use a hands-free phone while you're driving? Okay, we always think common sense, we always think safety. It's the bottom one. It will divert your attention. It's not going to increase your concentration. It won't improve your safety, and it it will reduce your view. Well, if you're looking at the phone, in a way, it does reduce your view, but the correct answer is it will divert your attention. It's a big distraction, huge distraction, actually. It's probably one of the biggest causes of incidents, I would have thought. And if you get caught, especially you new drivers, if once you've passed your test, if you get caught with a mobile phone, it's 6 penalty points straight on your license. So you'd actually lose your license and go back to L plates. Okay. So let's move on. Why is it dangerous? What I'm going to do, I'm going to do this.
Why is it dangerous to travel too close to the vehicle ahead?
Okay.
Your engine will overheat. Your mirrors will need adjusting. Your view of the road ahead will be restricted. Your sat-nav will be confused.
And I will give you a tip. When you're doing your theory test, make sure you have your headphones on so that you can listen to the questions being read. I feel that it really helps you to stay focused and make sure that you read the questions correctly. So, why is it dangerous? Oops. To travel too close to the vehicle ahead? Thinking safety. Your view of the road ahead is going to be restricted. It's called tailgating. It means you're driving too close. You're driving up someone's bottom. That's what you're doing. And it's very dangerous. Let's move on. You wish to turn right. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing this.
You wish to turn right ahead. Why should you take up the correct position in good time? To help other road users know what you intend to do. To allow other drivers to pull out in front of you. To give a better view into the road that you're joining. To allow drivers to pass you on the right.
Okay, so you wish to turn right ahead. Why should you take up the correct position in good time? Well, when you're turning right, it lets if you keep to the left, but you're turning right, it could be quite dangerous because not only does your indicator tell you what not only sorry not only does I'm getting tongue tied not only does your indicator tell you or tell others what you're doing, but also your road position. So if you're in a turning left position but you're actually turning right, that can be really, really dangerous. So I would say, to help other roaders know what you intend to do, here we go. Yes, I got it right. So far, so good. You're driving behind. I'm not going to read all of them.
You're driving behind a heavy goods vehicle. What should you do if it signals left but steers to the right? Drive on, keeping to the left. Hold your speed and sound your horn. Overtake on the right of it. Slow down and let the vehicle turn.
Actually, let's do that. That's better, isn't it? You can see a little bit, but you're driving behind a heavy goods vehicle. What should you do if he signals left but steers to the right? You're gonna slow down and let the vehicle do what it's doing. That's what you're gonna do, because that large vehicle, having been a bus driver myself, you need a lot of space to maneuver, and a lot of car drivers don't realize that. and they do get themselves in lots of problems. So, yeah, that's the correct answer. Got it right. How will your journey, I'll read this one out since I've started. How will your journey be affected by traveling outside the busy times of days?
Your journey will have fewer delays. Your journey will be more hazardous. Your journey will take longer. Your journey will use more fuel.
So, if I'm driving and it's less busy, hopefully I'll have fewer delays because there'll be less vehicles around. That's the only one that makes sense. There we go. So we're avoiding the rush hour basically. And if you're in London, you know what that rush hour is all about. It's kind of crazy. Let me just
Why is it important to wear suitable shoes when you're driving?
Okay.
To maintain control to
of the
enable you
pedals.
to adjust your seat. To
Oops.
enable you to walk for assistance if you break down. To prevent wear on the pedals.
To maintain control of the pedals. There we go. Next question.
How can you reduce the damage your vehicle causes to the environment? Use narrow side streets. Brake heavily. Use busy routes. Anticipate well ahead.
And once again, it's all about common sense and safety. So by me anticipating well ahead, it means that I'm not going to have to use my brakes so much and be braking at the last minute. So I drive more efficiently. So I'm not over revving the engine and things like that. Okay, next one.
What does fuel-efficient driving achieve?
Fuel efficient
Increased
driving.
exhaust emissions. Increased fuel consumption. Improved road safety. Damage to the environment.
Well, I think I just said what it does. It improve. Oh, hold on. Oh, what does it achieve? Hold on a minute. I need to reread that. That's the thing of them. Sometimes with the questions, it's how they're written as to what do they actually mean. So I'm going to reread the question. What does fuel efficient driving achieve? What does it achieve? Does it increase exhaust emissions? No. Does it increase fuel consumption? No, it doesn't. Does it improve road safety? Does it improve the damage to the environment? Yes, it improves the damage to the environment because there's less damage to the environment. So I'm going to go with that one. I don't like how, oh, I got it wrong. I got it wrong. That's fine. It improves road safety. The emphasis, and if you look at the explanation, the emphasis is on hazard awareness and planning ahead. So by looking well ahead, you'll have plenty of time to deal with hazards and won't need to brake sharply. This will also reduce damage to the environment. So although I was correct, the answer they were looking for was improve road safety. That was a bit of a tricky one. Did you get that one right? As a driving instructor, I don't know everything and I'm not perfect. So I'm happy to get something wrong. And yeah, I think with that one, it was actually linked to the last question. But anyway, let's move on. So one wrong so far. Let's see how I go.
What's likely to happen if you put too much oil in your engine? The air intake will become blocked.
Oh dear.
The clutch pedal will lock. The timing belt will slip. The oil seals will leak.
Okay, right. I haven't gone through these questions. These aren't, I'm just doing them live in front of you right now. So what's likely to happen if you put too much oil in your engine? Okay, so let's get rid of the ones that don't make any sense. The timing belt will slip. That's got nothing to do with putting oil in. The clutch pedal will lock. No. The air intake will become blocked. The oil seals will leak. I think the oil seals will leak because obviously the oil seals are there to stop the oil from leaking. That makes sense to me. And that's the question. That's the one I'm going to go for. Yes, I got it right. Okay, let's go for it. Next question.
What will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? The tire grip,
Hmm.
the suspension, the exhaust emissions, the fuel consumption.
Okay, so let's go back to the question. What will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? Okay, so the only thing that's actually the only part of your car that's actually um, touching the road surface is your tires. That's why it's so important to make sure that you've got the correct what's the word that I'm looking for? Making sure that your tires are in good condition. So I'm going to go straight with the tire grip because to me, nothing else would make sense. Okay, there we go. That's the correct answer.
Where is your vehicle most likely to be affected by side winds?
Mm.
On a busy stretch of road. On a long straight road. On an open stretch of road. On a narrow country lane.
All right, where is your vehicle most likely to be affected by side winds? Okay, it is normally on an open stretch of road. If it's open, when the wind comes, you're more likely to be affected. So I'm just going to go with that one. I've got it correct. Excellent. Next question.
You're driving a vehicle that has anti-lock brakes. How should you apply the foot brake when you need to stop in an emergency? Slowly but firmly. Slowly and gently. Rapidly and firmly. Rapidly and gently.
Okay, so this is about stopping an emergency. So you're not going to want to stop slowly. That's for sure. So I'm just going to get rid of the slowly ones. You're going to want to get your foot on that brake. You're not going to want to do it gently either. I would say rapidly and keep it firm. So that's what I'm going to go for. That's right. Got it right. Next question. Oh, how do we? Hold on a minute. What's going on with? What's going on? What's going on? Right. Okay. Let me do this. There we go. I was looking for the next button and I couldn't find it. Right. Let's look at the next question, which is question 16.
What should you do when you're overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day?
Hmm.
Pass immediately. Pass closely. Pass very slowly. Pass widely.
Okay, you're going to want to pass them widely. You want to give them a lot of space in case they're blown off course. Yeah. Next. Oh, got a picture to look at. What's the main hazards shown in this picture? Okay. So the main hazards shown that I can see without even looking at the answers is that bicycle. That's what I see as a hazard. It looks like he's about to cycle. So let's have a look at the so Verk has got
Vehicles turning right. Vehicles doing U-turns. The cyclist crossing the road. Parked cars around the corner.
yeah, it's got to be the cyclist crossing the road. That's right. Always try in a situation like this, just try to imagine that you are in that picture, that you are um, the driver. So, what's this next one?
What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do?
Well, there's people there. You've got a man already about to cross the road. You should stop, slow down, and get ready to stop. That's the only correct answer. No other answer makes sense.
What should you do as you approach this cyclist?
Okay, so remember, I'm behind the cyclist. So yeah, I'm not going to interfere with what that cyclist is doing. They've got their arm out, they're turning right. I'm going to let them do their thing. So I'm going to slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Keep well back. Yeah, don't intimidate them, blowing your horn or anything like that. Question 20.
You're driving on a one-way street. What should you do if you realize you've taken the wrong route?
Hmm.
Reverse out of the road.
I've seen that before.
Reverse into a driveway. Continue and find another route. Turn around in a side road.
Well, it's amazing the things that I have seen people do, but we're thinking safety. You're in a one-way street. You should continue and find another route. Yeah. You don't want to turn around because it's a one-way street and you'll be going the wrong way. And it's illegal. And you could even cause a collision.
What should you do if the traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing?
Traffic in the left-hand lane is slowing. Okay. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the picture before I even look at the options. So the picture, there's two lanes. The picture is saying that cars in the right-hand lane, that lane is closing in 800 yards. So you need to get into the left-hand lane. Okay. So there's no point being in that right-hand lane, that's for sure. So let's have a look. Accelerate past the vehicles in the left-hand lane. Move across and continue in the right-hand lane. Pull up on the left-hand verge, slow down, just keep it. Yeah, we're just going to use the left-hand lane. The right-hand lane's closing. There's going to be more traffic in that left-hand lane. Yeah, just slow down and keep a good distance away. That's all you're going to do. Question 22.
What would you do if you see older people crossing the road ahead? Be patient and allow them to cross in their own time. Wave them across so they know that you've seen them. Rev the engine to let them know that you're waiting. Tap the horn in case they're hard of hearing.
Well, I'm hoping that you've just said that you're going to be patient and let them cross.
Why should you look carefully for motorcyclists and cyclists at junctions? They may slow down to let you turn. They may want to turn into the side road. They're harder to see. They might not see you turn.
Yeah, they're harder to see. Yeah, they're small. They don't have big lights on them. And yeah, they can be harder to see. Okay, where would you see this sign?
At a playground entrance.
So,
At a pedestrians only area. On a school bus. Near a school crossing.
so this is all about knowing your road signs. So it's going to be on a school bus. Okay.
What should you do if the left-hand pavement is closed due to street repairs? Watch out for pedestrians walking in the road. Position close to the left-hand curb. Speed up to get past the roadworks more quickly. Use your right-hand mirror more often.
Okay, so the left-hand pavement is closed. Yeah, there's going to be pedestrians walking the roads. Simple. Yeah.
What should you do When you're following a motorcyclist along a road that has a poor surface, allow the same room as normal to avoid wasting road space. Overtake immediately to avoid delays. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. Follow closely so they can see you in their mirrors.
Yeah, you're going to give them extra space to avoid the potholes. Question, we're halfway through now. Question 27, over halfway through.
You're approaching this roundabout. What should you do when a cyclist is keeping to the left while signaling to turn right?
Okay, so imagine, as I said before, you are behind the cyclist, so the cyclist is in front of you. So, yes, they're positioned over to the left because it's going to be safer for them. You're just going to let them. You're just going to let them get on with it. That's the yeah. You're going to allow them space to turn. Okay. Um, as a cyclist, it's a lot easier and safer if you stay in the left-hand lane, even if they're turning right. Okay, next question. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Let's move on.
What should you do when you're passing loose sheep on the road? Briefly sound your horn. Herd them to the side of the road. Pass quickly but quietly. Go very slowly.
Okay, so we're just going to go very slowly past them. We're not going to blow the horn. We're not going to scare them. Um, we're just going to take our time.
What will happen to your car when you drive up a steep hill?
What will happen to your car when you drive up a steep hill? Okay, let's.
Overtaking will be easier. The engine will work harder. The high gears will pull better. The steering will feel heavier.
Okay, so let's just go through a process of elimination. Overtaking will be easier. That doesn't make any sense. The engine will work harder. It will work harder. If you imagine your engine is like if you were on a bicycle, when you're on a bicycle and you become the engine, basically you're the engine on your bicycle. So do you have to work harder to get to pedal up the hill? Yes, you do. When you're going downhill, can you just relax and enjoy the view? Yeah, so it's similar to the engine. So the engine's going to have to work harder. The other two don't make any sense. So okay, question 30.
There's been a heavy fall of snow. What should you consider before driving in these conditions? Whether your journey is essential. Whether you should drive without wearing your seatbelt. Whether you should wear sunglasses to reduce the glare. Whether you should fit an amber flashing beacon to your car.
Okay, so once again, it's all about common sense and safety. You heavy snow. Do you even need to go out of the house? Yeah. You're not going to fit an amber beacon, a flashing amber beacon. We don't have flashing amber beacons so that we can put them on our cars. They will be attached to slow moving vehicles. So, yeah, you're not going to wear sunglasses. The most common sense one is this journey essential? Oops. There we go. Next question.
Which vehicles aren't allowed to use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway? Small delivery vans. Motorcycle and sidecar outfits. Vehicles towing a trailer. Motorcycles.
So this is all about your knowledge. You know, who can't use that right hand lane? This is about my knowledge too. I believe, yeah, a small delivery van, that's not a problem. A motorcycle and sidecar. Hmm. That would be, if I wasn't sure, that would be the one that I wouldn't be sure about. Um, Motorcycles, yeah, that's fine. So the two that I would be thinking about: vehicles towing a trailer, motorcycle, and sidecar outfits. But I know the answer is vehicles towing a trailer. Yeah, if you're towing a trailer, you're limited, your speed is limited to 60 miles an hour. So that's why you're not allowed in the right hand lane. Yeah, a motorcycle and a sidecar, I don't believe there's any restriction to their speed. They can still go at 70. Okay. Yeah, got that one right. Did you get that one right? Let's move on to question 32. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Why is it important to make full use of the slip road as you join a motorway?
Hmm.
To allow you to fit safely into the traffic flow in the left-hand lane. Because there's space available to turn round if you need to. To allow you direct access to the overtaking lanes. Because you can continue on the hard shoulder.
Right. So, why is it important to make full use of the slip road? Because the what speed are the what speed are the cars or the vehicles that are already on the motorway? They can be 70 miles an hour. So you need time to fit safely in with traffic. Let's make sure I've read that correctly. To allow you to fit safely into the traffic flow in the left-hand lane. That's the correct answer. Yeah, you need time to build up your speed. Okay. Question 33.
What color are the reflective studs between the hard shoulder and the left-hand lane of a motorway?
Okay, this is testing my knowledge. Right.
Red, white, amber, green.
So how well do you know your reflective studs? That they're called cats. They're also called cat's eyes. They light up at night so that you can see where you are on the motorway. So I know process of elimination. I know the white ones are in between the lanes. So it's not that answer. So it's the hard shoulder. So it's on your left, the hard shoulder and lane one. Okay. It's not amber, and it's not. I believe the green ones. The green ones are for slip roads. I think it's red. It's red or amber. One of them is on your right hand side, which is showing you the central reservation. The other one is on your left hand side, showing you the hard shoulder. But I think red is for danger. That's how I tried to remember it. Red. I think it's red. Let's see if I got it right. I got it right. Yeah. So it's red. That show you the hard shoulder and that first lane. Okay. Next question.
When are you allowed to stop on a motorway? When you wish to pick up hitchhikers. When you're signaled to do so by traffic signals. When you need to walk and get fresh air. When you need to use a mobile telephone.
Okay. So once again, common sense. When are you allowed to stop? You're not allowed to stop on a motorway. You're not allowed to stop on a motorway. Um, so it would be when you're signaled to do so by traffic signals. There we go. Right. Question 35. We're getting through these, aren't we?
Traffic officers operate on motorways and some primary routes in England and Wales. What are they authorised to do?
Traffic officers.
Stop and arrest drivers who break the law. Repair broken down vehicles on the motorway. Issue fixed penalty notices. Stop and direct anyone on a motorway.
So they're traffic officers as opposed to police officers. So I would go with issue fixed penalty notice. The other ones don't make sense. They're not going to repair broken down vehicles on the motorway. That's going to be a roads breakdown assistance. Stop and direct anyone on a motorway. Hmm. Hmm. That one. Yeah. Could be. I don't know. They're not going to stop and arrest drivers. So I'm straight away. I thought issue fixed penalties, but now I read that last one: stop and direct anyone on a motorway. It makes me think, oh, do they do that as well? But I'm going to go with issue fixed penalty. Oh no, I was wrong. It was stop and direct anyone on a motorway. Okay, so they don't have enforcement powers, but they're able to stop and direct people on motorways. Okay, there we go. We keep learning. No one's got all of the right answers. Okay. It's probably good for you to see me getting some of the questions wrong. Let's have a look. Next question.
When may you stop on a motorway? If you have to read a map. If your mobile phone rings. When you're tired and need a rest. In an emergency or breakdown.
When may you stop on a motorway? In an emergency or breakdown? Yeah. If you need a rest, then you probably shouldn't be driving. You need to go to the nearest service station and pull over. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Next question.
What would you expect to find at a contraflow system on a motorway? Road humps. Temporary traffic lights. Lower speed limits. Wider lanes than normal.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Contraflow system on a motorway. Um. Hmm. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's asking me. I'm a visual person, so what would be nice to have a picture of a contraflow system. Contraflow. It normally. Okay, this is a motorway. I'm not expect to see road humps on a motorway. Um, Wider lanes than usual. Lower speed limits. Could be temporary traffic lights. I don't think temporary traffic lights. I think is it when it has roadworks? I'm 100% not sure. I'm going to take a guess. I think contraflow. Oh, I've forgotten what a contraflow. It's with the flow. So it's all traffic. All traffic's going in the same direction. I'm gonna go for lower speed limits. Let's just see. Oh, I got it right. So when approaching a contraflow system, reduce speed in good time and obey all speed limits. You may be traveling in narrower lane than normal, with no permanent barrier between you and oncoming traffic. Be aware that the hard shoulder may be used for traffic and the road ahead could be obstructed by slow moving or broken down. And it does tell you the rule there in the highway code 290. I'm just going to click on that. Okay, so that's interesting. So you can read that at your leisure. Okay, so that one got me thinking. We are on the next question, which is question 38.
You're turning right onto a dual carriageway. What should you do if the central reservation is too narrow to contain your vehicle?
Central reservation.
Stop in the first lane so that other vehicles give way. Emerge slightly to show your intentions. Wait until the road is clear in both directions. Proceed to the central reservation and wait.
Okay, I'm a very visual person, so what's going to help me right now is to kind of draw this as I go back over the question. So you're turning right into a dual carriageway. So minor, I'm in the minor road and I'm turning into a dual carriageway. Okay, I've got that. I know where I'm coming from. The central reservation is too narrow. So basically, when I pull forward, if it's too narrow, I can't wait in the middle. I've got to do it in one move. I've got to make sure it's clear on the right and the left when I make my move. So that's what I understand the question to mean. So I'm going to wait until the road is clear in both directions. What I'm not going to do is to pull forward and wait in the central reservation, because if there's not enough room for me, then I'm going to be blocking traffic. In reality, it's amazing what people do in reality, but we're talking about the theory of what we should be doing. So, okay, let's move. Did you get that one correct? Let's move on to the next question. Right, this one I'm not even going to let the man read it. What shape is a stop sign? Do you know your signs? It's this one. That's what it is. That's your stop sign. It's the only sign that looks like that. And, should it get covered in snow, you'd still know what the sign is. So that's your stop sign. Oh, okay.
In winter, road signs can become covered by snow. What does this sign mean?
So, right. I think we know that because I've just told you.
What does this sign mean?
Right. What does this sign mean? Okay.
Lay by 30 miles ahead. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. Service area 30 miles ahead. Maximum speed 30 miles per hour.
So this is all about knowing your road signs. And because I know it's a blue sign, I know it's the minimum speed limit. Yeah. So you tend to find that maybe that sign may be in a tunnel, and it's about keeping the flow of traffic going. So you would have to drive at a minimum of 30 miles an hour so that you know you're not you're not slowing down and maybe creating an incident. So we are on to the next question. Which sign means that the national speed limit applies? So how well do you know your signs? I'm hoping you're going to say this one, the white one with the black line, national speed limit. Oops, that's it. Okay. And that depends on what vehicle you're driving and what type of road you're on. So make sure you know, if you haven't studied your speed limits, that's really important that you know. So if I'm a car, I'm on a dual carriageway, and I see that sign, I can go at 70 miles an hour. If I'm on a single carriageway, then it would be 60 miles an hour.
What does it mean if you see this signal on the motorway? Stop, all lanes ahead closed. Leave the motorway at the next exit. All vehicles use the hard shoulder. Sharp bend to the left ahead.
Okay, so I know that the yellow flashing lights, they flash up and down. Someone taught me this. So if you think of your head going up and down, that means yes. Whereas the red lights flash from left to right, which mean if you turn your head left and right, which means no. That much I do know. So it's saying that you can do something, and the arrow's telling me that I can turn left ahead. So I would say it's telling me Yes, leave the motorway at the next exit. That's what it's telling me. Okay, there we go. On the last few questions, how are you doing? I hope you're getting some of these correct.
An adult casualty isn't breathing. To maintain circulation, CPR should be given. What's the correct depth to press down on their chest?
I can't remember this one at all.
10 to 15 centimeters. 1 to 2 centimeters. 5 to 6 centimeters. 15 to 20 centimeters.
I have got no idea, to be honest. I can't remember. But from when I've done first aid training, I know you've got to go quite deep. So I'm going to eliminate 1 to 2 centimeters straight away. I don't think that's enough to do chest compressions. And you need 2 hands as well. 5 to 6 centimeters, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. I'm just trying to think how deep it is. If this is a guess, but I'm trying to do a kind of an educated guess. I think I don't think 5 to 6 is very deep. I don't think it's deep enough. So I'm just going to guess and maybe go for 10 to 15 because maybe 15 to 20 is too much. So this is a guess. 10 to 15, let's go. Oh, it was 5 to 60, 5 to 6. There we go. I got it wrong. And it says an adult casualty isn't breathing normally. To maintain circulation, place 2 hands on the center of the chest and press down hard and fast around 5 to 6 centimeters and about twice a second. Okay, there we go. We keep learning. That's why it's good to have. It's been a little while since I've done a refresher first aid course, actually. So that's why it's good to keep doing these courses to review our knowledge, keep ourselves sharp. Anyway, did you get that one right? Let's move on to the next question. Question 45. Okay, let's go.
What could you do to help injured people at an incident? Keep them warm and comfortable. Give them a warm drink. Keep them on the move by walking them around. Give them something to eat.
Okay. Common sense is you're going to keep them warm and comfortable. You're not going to give them anything to drink. You're not going to be moving them around. And you're definitely not going to give them something to eat. Just keep them warm and comfortable until, make sure the emergency services are called, and just wait until they get there. Because people can be in shock. So just warm, comfortable, and reassure them. Okay.
What should you do if your trailer starts to swerve or snake? Reduce speed gently. Steer sharply. Increase speed. Brake firmly.
It's funny because I only saw the word snake. So I was like, oh, is there a snake in my car? Right. What should you do if your trailer starts to swerve? So you're towing a trailer. It's now unstable. Makes sense to me that I'm going to reduce my speed. Anything else? I'm not going to be steering. I'm not going to be going faster. And braking firmly is just going to maybe make it a bit more unstable. So reduce speed gently. It makes sense to me. Yeah. Until you regain control. Oh, we see these everywhere in London, that's for sure.
What does this sign mean? Speed camera. Cycle route. Road charging schemes. City centre.
Right. I suppose it depends. Maybe it might depend on where you live as to if you even see this sign. It's going to be different throughout the UK, but definitely in London, we've got this everywhere. The congestion charge. So, yeah. So it's an area that you have to pay to drive into. Okay. Let's move on to the next question.
If you see alternatively flashing red lights, what must you do?
Okay.
Drive slowly and carefully. Stop. Call police immediately and report the faulty traffic light. Continue driving, because the lights aren't working properly.
Okay, so you're seeing these.
Continue driving,
Oops.
because the lights aren't working properly.
You're seeing these red lights. Remember what I said? Red lights are going to flash from left to right, which is a no. If you imagine your head going from left to right, which means stop. That's what it means. Okay. You'll tend to see this at a I forgot what it's called. I think I need a cup of tea. We'll move on. Did you get that one right? We are on the last two questions, so let's continue.
You are driving and see this sign. What does it warn you about? Risk of falling rocks. Soft verges. Side winds. Steep hill to the left.
So this is a question of saying what you see. Yeah, falling rocks. That's one of the easier ones. Okay, I think this is the last question. Question 50.
You are driving along a road and see this sign. What does it mean?
So what does that sign mean?
You are not allowed to take more than 30 photographs. Speed camera nearby on a road with a 30 miles per hour speed limit. There is a speed camera in 30 miles. Speed cameras not in use.
Okay, so hopefully we recognize that that top sign is a speed camera and the bottom sign is the speed limit. You mustn't go faster than 30 miles an hour. So the one that ties in with that is going to be this one: speed camera nearby on a road with 30 miles per hour speed limit. Yep, that's the one. And that's the correct answer. And that is the end of the mock test. Well, I passed it. I got 47 out of 50. I got 3 wrong. And yeah, let me know how you got on. Hope you found I hope you found it useful, and make sure you listen out, look out for I'm just going to come back on the screen. There we go. Look out for further mock tests. I'll be coming and doing mock tests every once in a while. And if you've got any questions, feel free to WhatsApp me, message me. I also do theory test coaching. So if you've got a theory test coming up, maybe you've failed many times, maybe you just don't understand it, maybe English isn't your first language and you're struggling with some of the vocabulary, whatever, I'm here. Do reach out and I can book a theory test coaching session with you. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye bye.